Welcome back to the Wise Pelican Podcast, part 2 of our conversation with Geoff and Andrea Lilienfeld. I'm curious, Andrea, we've had some new agents join the K-Grant team recently, which is so wonderful. What do you mentor them about marketing specifically, and how does direct mail come into play there as we think about Wise Pelican?
Yeah, so there's a few different things. The first thing I always tell them when we're coming up with what their business plan is, we need to come up with something that's sustainable, that you can actually do for 12 or more months before making a decision. And when they're deciding that, they have to look at both, one, what do they enjoy doing? Because if they don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. Right. You can't force yourself to do something for 12 months that you hate doing. What's the point? And the other thing is financially. What can they say, yes, I can do for the next 12 months, even if they're brand new and they're not going to maybe get their first sale for a few months? What can they commit to now? And they can always grow what they're doing, but we need to start with the now.
Right.
And when it comes to doing mailers or farming, we have a whole section we go through. We call it's acres of diamonds. And it's about the fact that the best place to start farming are who are the people that already know you, love you, trust you. Mm-hmm. If you can come up with that list of people that know you, love you, trust you, and you can nurture them through everything from phone calls to events to mailings, you will get business and you're going to have fun doing it because they want to help you. So many people don't know to start there, right? They say right off the bat, well, I want to do this subdivision and I'm going to start mailing these 1,000 homes because I have this much money and let's go. And I'm like, let's take a step back because can you afford to do that?
Right.
Do you actually know that area well enough that you can speak to it now? And why don't we start with the people that already know you, love you, trust you? If someone knows your name in a grocery store, you should definitely have a plan in place for how are you letting them know you're a realtor and what you are going to be providing if they choose to work with you.
And it's interesting because, yeah, you can mail those 1,000 homes and it's going to cost you about $1,000 a month and it's going to take you a little bit of time to get it going. Ultimately, will it work? Absolutely. And if you have the budget, do it. But if you don't do it. You can mail 50 people that you know every month, and that's only costing you $50. I mean, we all have $50 we can spend in a month. Right. If you don't, go drive a couple Ubers, do a few rides in Uber, get the $50, mail those people. It is absolutely amazing what Andrea has seen with agents coming onto the team that were newer agents or sometimes even producing agents. And all of a sudden, within 6 months, their business doubles just because they started mailing them and they're inviting people to client appreciation events. It's wild because so many people they don't necessarily see you as being a professional real estate agent. They see you as another person with a real estate license.
Right.
And direct mail in particular has this superpower of oh shit, this person's real. This is serious. This is not another one of my friends with a real estate license. Now I may have 5 friends with a real estate license and 1 friend that's a professional realtor.
Love that. It's so true because it shows that you're investing in your business and you're treating it as a business. You're not asking for a handout. Can I show you this home? You are building something. And it gives that proof of production when you're mailing out as well. Mm-hmm. Look I'm out there. I can show you what is actually closing, what we're doing. And with being on a team, you can mail any of our listings out as it just sold because our team sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same, as long as you're maintaining the same branding.
And I think that's the other big thing that Geoff just brought up is, are you maintaining the same branding?
Yes.
So many people, when they start mailing, want to switch it up. And no, I just mailed that template last month. I need to do something else or people are going to be bored and think I'm not creative.
No.
I'm like, please don't. No. Remember, someone looks at it from the time they take it to their mailbox to when they throw it away, unless they're getting ready to buy or sell at that time. You need the branding to be something that in that 5 seconds, they recognize, oh, it's Andrea, and she does real estate in Arizona. Perfect. Now when they're getting ready, I'm top of mind for it. But if I switch out the colors and the messaging and the font, and they're not going to recognize it quickly when they're going through the mail. And that they're going to think that 7 different realtors are mailing them.
And so on the flip side of that, with these proof of production postcards too, you always have to keep in mind that, not that you're trying to trick anyone, but if you mail out 4 different postcards for the same listing, to everyone, they're just excited for you, right? You mail out a coming soon, a just listed, an open house, an under contract, a sold. You have 5 right there. To them, the way they see that, they're like, oh man, you were friggin' killing it. Did I see that you sold 5 homes last month? And you're like, oh no, that was, but that's fine, right? It doesn't matter. They're just like, in their minds, you are just absolutely crushing it and doing all this business. And the more people see you do business, the more they want to work with you. Because people want to work with real estate agents that are doing business.
That are successful, 100%. And in their area too. And Andrea, you mentioned client appreciation events. We've talked a lot about, there's a whole holistic approach to marketing, and it's not just sending out the mailers. It's not just giving someone a call. Tell me about all the different things that the K-Grant Group does when it comes to marketing. I mean, I think about the holiday party at Optima Camel View, just different things that you do for clients and for in your farm.
Yeah, so we definitely believe there's a lot that goes into it. If all you're doing is sending a mailer and nothing else, will you get some listings? Yes. Sure. But if you want to truly own an area, which I think is what most people want to do when they farm, you have to do so much more. So for instance, Optima Camel View is an area that we do a lot of business in. And we do a lot of events there. Julie's actually there tomorrow. Is Friday? Yeah. Is actually there tomorrow, and she's doing a coffee and Danish "We appreciate you" little thing starting at 7 a.m. People can just walk up and get a coffee, get a Danish. She has a little QR code on the cup so they can scan it and find out what their home's worth. But she's there. We do an event every year there where we have actually the owner of the restaurant on site dresses up like Santa, and we do pictures with Santa. We do have a professional photographer that takes pictures with different backdrops, so you can use them for your holiday cards. Then it's fun. We get holiday cards from all these people that came, and it's pictures we took at our event. I'm like, oh, they're using it. Yep. And every time they look at it, they're going to think of us in the event that we hold for them. We do a Thanksgiving every year. We give away pies, and we invite everyone to come and get a free pie. And along with that, we actually, through Wise Pelican, have these books printed, and it's recipe books. And every agent on our team gives one of their favorite holiday recipes, types a little story about where it came from, the ingredients. People love those books. They come every year asking if there's a new book with more recipes.
Yeah.
I loved those.
It's amazing. Right, but it's just another little touch that we do. Most years we do what's called the heart of our business, and we do it over Valentine's Day, like the week of, and have everyone come in. We are moving offices this year.
We get a pass this year.
Yes.
But instead, we didn't.
We're going to make up for it.
Yes. We didn't want to look at it as just a pass, though, right? So we sent all of our clients a box of 6 little cheesecakes with fruit on it, with still a little message.
That's awesome.
Letting them know that they are the heart of our business, and just because we're moving, we didn't forget about them. We just had to do something different with that.
Listen to this, though. What were the results of sending those cheesecakes?
We, I think as a team, got either 3 or 4 referrals and 2 new listings through people that said,
this is something we just did a couple weeks ago.
This is the blueprint right here.
And we sent that, they got it on the 13th, so last Friday. People that called and said, thank you so much. I actually have been thinking about listing my home. I guess I might as well just do it. Do you want to come out and meet with me?
I have like chills right now.
Right?
Like, that's awesome.
And it's not just that one touch though, right? It's the fact they got a holiday gift from us in December. They got a pie from us in November.
Right.
And all these things people think, oh, no one cares about it. They do, whether they're there or not.
They do.
They can't always come, but they care, and they know that you aren't treating them like just another transaction. You truly, throughout the year, are thinking of them and doing stuff special for them.
Yeah. Treating them like members of your family, friends, important people that are in your circle. And like Julie, they become a part of your circle.
They really do, and that's what makes this fun, right? We all work more hours in a day than you do in your social life.
True.
Yeah.
It's
true.
sad to think. You think how many
Facts.
hours you sleep, how many you work, and what's in your social life. You work more hours than you do almost anything else. If you're not having fun doing it, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly. Totally agree. Totally agree. if somebody were to shadow each of you for a week, what would they be surprised to learn or experience with each of you in your respective roles?
I think that's a great question. I think for most people, if they shadowed me, they'd be surprised how many different places I have my hands and what a day is,
Yes.
and what all is being juggled throughout the day that happens on the back end that maybe people don't even see.
What are some of those things?
Right? Like even the vibe coding, right?
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
figure out, we have a new TV now in the K Grant office. So today Geoff taught me how to go in and vibe code out what do I want to have displayed on there. So I spent my morning figuring out what do I want to have on the TV for sales numbers that will be motivating, to recognize agents' birthdays, to make sure the right logos are showing when people walk by. And I worked on all that while working with the contractors to get our permanent doors put into the building, while working with our super on the next steps of what has to happen in the building, while helping Julie plan her event that's happening on Friday. You know, there's all these things, but that isn't what people see, right? They see the one social media post you do.
Right.
Or things like that, but there's so much that happens on the back end. No one thinks about the fact someone has to code out that TV,
To make sure it does its job.
Yeah.
and come
We
up
created
with,
a custom player.
right?
the
What's
TVs,
going to be
so.
on there, and how are you going to be able to put it on there, and how often are you going to change it? No one thinks about that, but when the TV isn't on or it has old stuff, they're like, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Then it
But someone
sticks out.
has to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, probably the most shocking thing to a lot of people is just the sheer number of hours I put in.
Yes.
I know that like the cool thing now to talk about is business leaders is, not working so many hours or whatever. I generally think it's probably bullshit coming
Right.
from anyone. It's just
Yeah.
not how it works. But there's a flip side to it. And I was talking to Andrea about this weekend, and it's like, sometimes I feel like, right, because we're there Saturday and Sunday and we're doing stuff, and it's like, I feel like I'm supposed to be like, oh, we're working too many hours. But then at the end of the day, it's like, but if we're enjoying what we're doing, then
Then
it's
it's not
fine.
work.
And I think that so often people try to set up their lives so that it's like, when can I get to the point of not working, instead of trying to set up their lives so that you're trying to get to the point that you just enjoy your work, and then it doesn't matter how many hours you put in.
Yeah, we were just talking about that this weekend, because on Valentine's Day, we were in the office
We
8
spent
and a
our
half
Valentine's Day in the
hours.
office.
And as we got ready to leave, we were both like, oh, we really shouldn't have spent Valentine's Day doing that. But we loved it. We're building something
Yes.
together. And we were there, and we could see the true impacts of what did we get done during that 8 hours, and what was it going to mean for everyone when they came in on Monday. And we were excited about it. But it's almost like you didn't want to tell people that's what you did, because everyone frowns upon it. But we loved it.
And we still fulfilled our annual tradition for Valentine's Day of getting a heart-shaped pizza from Papa John's.
I love
Yes.
it. I love it.
That's what we do.
We've been doing that for years,
Yeah.
and hopefully Papa John's never discontinues it, or I'll be so sad.
We're one of those couples that we go out all the time. And so we live by there's essentially 2 days a year that we don't go out. Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve. So we started that tradition, I think actually probably COVID, right? Because I feel like we started it since we've been
I
in
think
our
it's
house.
been even longer than
No,
that.
it wasn't Optima. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
longer than that even.
Well, it's awesome traditions. You guys are so accomplished in so many ways, personally, professionally. What are you guys both most proud of in your respective journeys and together?
I think for me, it's the fact that we still have fun doing all this stuff, because there's so many couples or friends or coworkers, when things get stressful, they almost turn against each other, and all of a sudden they have all this resentment. Where when things get tough for us, we either come together and say, what do we do? Or we may tag in the other person and say, I need you to take this. I need a break for a few days. But we figure that out in a way, even though we've done a lot of stuff that's stressful, we still love it, and we still smile, and we still get excited about what we're doing every day, and that we get to do it together.
Yeah, and we enjoy doing it together, right? But it's a really good point that we have created a good understanding, and we really do operate as a team and help each other out. And Yeah, Andrea recently like tagged me out of some of the construction stuff. She's like, you got to get away from this.
You got to take a break.
Yeah, you got to take a break.
I was like, it's not healthy for you at this point. I'm going to tell them 100% of communication's going to go through me. And if I need your input or your help, I'll let you know. But otherwise, let me just take it for a few days, get some sleep, and let's reset.
And then she's like, holy crap, this is a ton of work.
And
My
then
God, you've been doing this for months?
After a couple weeks, I'm like, can I tag you back in? Can I tag you in? Because it's exhausting.
Hey, it's the honest truth. It's the honest truth. We have a tradition here on this podcast, Andrea. I always ask Geoff this question. We put the wise in Wise Pelican. If you could offer a piece of wisdom in life or in business, what would you tell our viewers and listeners at home?
I mentioned it already, but I stick with the fact, if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't like your job, change it. Life is too short to be doing anything that doesn't truly bring you joy. And your clients, your family, everyone will thank you if you're doing it in a way that you're happy, because they can feel that.
Geoff, what about you?
First off, couldn't agree with that
Yes.
more. And not to be cliche, but as you get older, that gets more and more obvious.
Yes.
That life is finite. And you're spending the majority of it working. But on that note, I'll go with something more tactical to our conversation earlier. If you have not vibe coded something, go to Lovable. Lovable.dev, I think it is. Or just Google Lovable. At any rate, go there and just create something. If it's a landing page, whatever it is, you will have this aha moment and this light bulb go off. And then you will be like Andrea blowing me up after she left the office, letting me know step by step what she'd done.
Look, you won't believe what I just did. This is so fun.
And you're beaming with pride. You're like, I've created a monster.
Oh, I ran down to the dev team and I'm like, you guys, Andrea's vibing.
I love it. I love it. Well, we'll start to wrap up here. Thank you guys both so much for your time. This has been an awesome conversation. Just truly such a treat to pick your brain. Thank you so much. Any parting thoughts?
Go to Lovable.
Go
Vibe
Lovable.
something.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Wise Pelican Podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media. Follow Geoff's pages as well. We're doing a lot of fun things this year when it comes to content and all sorts of things. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.